All right, everybody, welcome back. Today we're diving deep into something pretty fundamental in Java, classes and objects.
Yeah, these can be a little tricky to wrap your head around at first.
Yeah, especially if you're just starting out with programming.
But don't worry, we're going to break it all down for you today. And hopefully by the end of this deep dive, you'll have a much better understanding of how they work.
So the source material we're looking at today uses this really cool analogy of a factory to explain this whole concept.
Oh yeah, that's a classic one.
It is. And it actually makes a lot of sense. So let's start there. Imagine you have a factory that makes smartphones.
Right. I'm picturing it.
Okay, so the factory itself, that building with all the machinery and workers, that's like a class in Java.
Right. It's not a phone in and of itself.
Exactly. It doesn't magically turn into a phone, but it holds the blueprint, the instructions, the plans for building all those smartphones.
It's like the master template.
Yeah, and every phone that comes out of that factory is going to have certain things in common, right?
Yeah. They'll all have a screen, a processor, a battery, the basic components.
Right. But even though they all share those core elements, they're not all identical.
No way, you've got different colors, storage sizes, maybe some have better cameras.
And that's exactly how it works with objects created from a class. They all follow the same basic structure that the class defines.
The blueprint.
Exactly.
Huh.
But they can have their own unique data, their own
Exactly.
specific details.
So like different colors or storage sizes for our smartphones.
I'm starting to get this now.
This is the beauty of object-oriented programming. It lets you reuse code and keep things organized.
Instead of writing the same code over and over again for each phone,
Yeah, you'd be there forever.
you have one class that defines the core stuff, and then you create individual objects from that class.
Each with its own variations.
Okay, so let's dig a little deeper into the class itself. The source mentions these things called data members.
Right, data members.
Are those kind of like the phone's specs?
Yeah.
Things like color, battery, life screen size?
You got it. Those are the attributes of an object in Java.
Attributes, okay.
They describe the object's current state. So like you said, the color of your phone is an attribute.
And the value of that attribute could be silver or black or orange.
Exactly. And my phone could have the same attribute color, but the value would be different.
Mine's like this weird rose gold situation.
See? Same attribute, different values.
This is making sense. But phones don't just sit there looking all fancy. They actually do stuff.
How does that work in class?
That's where methods come in.
Methods.
Yep. These are like the actions an object can perform, the things it can do.
Give me an example.
Well, think about your smartphone. It can turn on, make calls, browse the internet.
Okay, yeah.
Those are all methods defined by the class.
So if attributes are like the features of a phone,
Then methods are like its functions.
but wouldn't those actions depend on the specific data of the object?
Absolutely.
Like my phone can't make a call if it's dead right. You're catching on quick. Methods use an object's unique attributes to do their thing. The make a call method only works if your phone object has enough battery power.
It's all connected.
It all comes together?
Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. So just to sum it all up, a class is like the blueprint, the factory.
Right.
And each object is like a unique product coming off the assembly line with its own set of data and the ability to perform actions based on that data. I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into classes and objects in Java.
It was fun. Hopefully you all learned something new today.
And be sure to keep thinking about those real-world examples of classes and objects. You might be surprised at what you find.
See you next time.